It just kind of reminds me to like live life in color and look at things beautifully and also look at the world as an artist would look at it. Max Martin, obviously, because he is just a genius songwriter and producer, and I would be curious to see all the people that I've talked to in the few years that I've been doing this. We all have something in common, and that's like we're just trying to constantly get better. So, hey everyone, I'm Gabi Rose, and this is Artist Spotlight with Branch Out Visuals. Let's do some hard questions. I'm ready. So my name is Gabi Rose, and I decided to name my project Enrose, kind of based around that, and it's based off of the quote, which I also have tattooed, La Vie en Rose, which obviously is a beautiful song, but it also just kind of reminds me to like live life in color and look at things beautifully and also look at the world as an artist would look at it, and kind of like paint my own picture. And I feel like that's kind of the core of what I want to do as an artist and also with this band. So I kind of like that they tie together like that. If I had to choose, I would probably say Comatose, just because not only is it the first song that I put out under Enrose, but it's also one of the first songs that I like wrote and completed by myself. So we recorded it like with the whole band, and I recorded it at Westfall Recording Studio with Anthony Lapardo, and everything was based off of the original demo that I did. And like looking back at that demo, I'm like, I am really proud of like the direction that I was able to go with that, and I feel like that song gave me the motivation to keep writing. What gets me excited about writing is I write in more of like an R&B style, but my roots of like being a music consumer are actually like more rock and pop. And Jake, who I'm writing like everything with now, he actually gets excited by writing rock. Like I think when he demos out and writes music, like rock, it's like amazing. His riffs, like his tones, everything. So I'm more piano based, he's more guitar based. And so when we come together, we're kind of now experimenting with combining my favorite parts of R&B with our favorite parts of rock and roll, and then also trying to come up with the most catchy melodies and also have deeper meanings behind the songs so that they last in our heads. And so that's kind of what we're doing right now. Yeah, I would love to be able to be proficient at as many instruments as I can, but right now I'm actually focusing on getting my guitar chops up, because actually Jake and our other band member, our keys player, Kit, they gifted me a Fender Strat for my birthday, and it's beautiful, and I just feel great when I'm playing that Strat, and so I would love to get better at guitar, and that's what I'm focusing on right now. I have like I listen to so much different music, so I would want to take a piece from a few of these people, but like Calvin Harris gets me so excited. I would love to one day do a collaboration with Calvin Harris. Max Martin, obviously, because he is just a genius songwriter and producer, and I would be curious to see what Max Martin would find strong about Enrose and how he could like create just the best pop song in the context of Enrose. I mean, that would be a dream. Also, like the records that got me excited about songwriting in the first place were produced by Raphael Sadiq, like Erykah Badu, D'Angelo. So I would love to work with him one day. I mean, these are dreams, but it's definitely like some of the biggest heavy hitters up there that like have created some of my favorite music. So, yeah. I think my advice would be, and this is something that I'm still even trying to work on myself, and that I kind of wish that I implemented more when I first started performing on stage and putting out content, and that's just like have some faith in yourself that you're not alone in feeling like you're not where you want to be. I think even the people at the top aren't where they want to be as far as their skill level, maybe where they're at in their career. I feel like all the people that I've talked to in the few years that I've been doing this, we all have something in common, and that's like, we're just trying to constantly get better, constantly get better. So you're never going to feel ready to get on stage for the first time, or to perform that new song for the first time, or to put out a new style of video on your TikTok or your Instagram that people aren't used to seeing. You're never going to feel ready, but you just have to do it, because if you don't, then you'll never have the confidence to. So it's like, have some faith in yourself. One of the books that I read recently that I love is The Storyteller by Dave Grohl. So Dave Grohl is like one of my favorite people and a huge influence of mine, and Foo Fighters was like one of the first rock bands that I ever fell in love with. And I think part of the reason why I love Dave Grohl so much is because he's constantly just kept working. Even when all this shit is like getting thrown at him, he's just kept making music and put feeling like a little kid in the record store, or a little kid seeing the B-52s on SNL, like just always feeling like a little kid in music. And that's exactly how I want my outlook of just life and music to be. And so the whole book is about, you know, how he started and some of his biggest influences, and he's just telling stories about how he got to where he was, and it's just very inspiring. Another book that I'm reading right now is Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I've been hearing about this book for so many years. So many people have recommended it to me, and it's pretty much about trying to implement different ways of sticking to something, even and making habits as easy as they possibly can be. And I think part of the reason why sometimes I struggle is because I have option anxiety, and I'm always trying to pick up new things and experience new things, but at the same time, making habits like part of your regular life can improve your future life. So, yeah. In 5 years, I would really, well, first of all, I would love to own a home in 5 years and have an awesome studio set up that I can create as much as I want and bring people in and collaborate and just have a creative space. So I would love to be a homeowner, but I would also love to be traveling the world playing music, which I've been lucky enough to do to an extent, you know, just this year alone with Bill Murray, and I'm going to continue with that band and see how that band grows. And I wouldn't be surprised if in 5 years I am back to square one with certain things, in the sense of, I feel like I'm the kind of person that I want to learn how to do something, and I want to learn how to do it really well, and then I kind of want to move on. And I think it's all money in the bag. Like, it's all related. It's all part of growing, like, as an artist. But I wouldn't be surprised if in 5 years maybe I'm not really writing the same way that I am now, or not really producing the same way that I am now, or even doing the same types of shows, and I'm maybe doing a little bit of that, but also focusing some of my, or a lot of my energy on doing something new, even if it's not music related at all. Because when I was growing up, I loved music, but I also loved so many other creative things. Like, I feel like I could have become an artist, like a visual artist, or a dancer. Like, I used to be a dancer, and I was an athlete. I feel like I'm just infatuated by anything creative. So in 5 years, I actually hope that I'm in a good enough position in my music career that I can start something new. After a show, there is nothing that's more satisfying than getting halal. So whether I'm in the city, which New York City, food trucks, halal, it's all over the place, or where I currently live on Long Island, which is in Hicksville, and Hicksville has so many great Indian restaurants and halal late at night until like 4 or 5 in the morning. So I have been blessed with having late night halal spots, and that is what I like the most after a show. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Gabi Rose. This was Artist Spotlight with Branch Out Visuals. If you want to keep up with my stuff, you could follow me at Gabi Rose Music on all socials. That's GABIROSE music. And then you can also follow my band Enrose on Spotify, ENROSE.